Good morning and welcome to the Boys State Lacrosse Tournament from Chanhassen. I'm Steve Thomas along with Dan Ficken. Two familiar foes. Wayzata takes on Minnetonka. These teams split the season series. There are no secrets coming into this quarterfinal.
No, and it's an intense rivalry. We did one of the games where Minnetonka went into Wayzata and upset them, and it was a very intense game. Tonka got out to a 7-goal lead, and Wayzata came back, tied it up, got into overtime, and just dropped it in overtime. So this is a good matchup for these two teams, a good opener.
Yeah, and the magic number was 11 during the regular season. First to 11 goals we're able to reach, and that shows these teams are able to lock it down.
They really can. We look at their offenses, they're both putting up goals like crazy, but it's defense that is the key here. Minnetonka, they know they were going up against the best face-off guy in the state. Well, he'd win it, but they'd take the ball away and cause a ton of turnovers. That's what got him off to a good start. Wayzata's played unbelievable defense throughout the season, and it's helped them stomp down Minnetonka and hold them at 7-goal deficit until they could come back, and did a great job.
All right, for Minnetonka, lead scoring, their leading scorer, Andrew DeFrancisco, what does he bring to the table?
Speed, quickness, got a pretty good shot, but really knows how to get open. He's got 48 points this year, and he's been their leader, and he's ignited the team. They've got a number of guys around him that can put it away. He gets the ball to him. He works from behind, usually the net, and he's a good offensive player, and he's a key for the Skippers.
And of course, Wayzata led by Dalton Seas, who's had an outstanding season.
70 points, stand up, big time guy, got a cannon of a shot. You and I have always been amazed by it. We got to use the replay to see it sometimes. Leader of the team, but today he's been a slow starter. He can't be a slow starter today. They can't let Minnetonka get out to a lead. They got to grab it, and Seas has got to be the guy that gets it going. He dishes the ball well too. He's all over the team, but he's got to ignite them right away and get them on the mat right off the bat.
All right, we've got a good one coming up. The opening game of the 2018 Boys State Lacrosse Tournament. It is Wayzata taking on Minnetonka on the CCX. We are ready to go. First state quarterfinal, 2018 Boys State Lacrosse Tournament. Overcast, but comfortable for the start of this one. Minnetonka and Wayzata coming up. And we look at the coaches. Aaron Oliver for Minnetonka. Final instructions. Minnetonka 14-2, the number 3 seed in the tournament. Wayzata unseeded. We didn't talk about it a moment ago in the open, but bit of an eye-opener that Wayzata was unseeded coming in.
Totally. And looking at Chad here, the coach in his 10th season there, they're not happy with that little item. They kind of expected it, but the lack of respect for the schedule that they played, and who they lost to. I mean, they lost to Minnetonka, who's here in the state tournament. They lost to Matamidi, who's here in the state tournament. I mean, so they got a little chip on their shoulder. So, and again, late matchup. This is the third time they meet this season, Steve, and it could be the charm.
And the officials giving final instructions out on the field before we get started. Wayzata's route through the Section 8 playoffs. Beckerd 22-2, Maple Grove 16-6. We saw that game, and then they steamrolled Elk River 17-2. The Trojans are on a roll.
They have really picked it up, and they're going to have to today. They last time they played Minnetonka, they got off to a very slow start, and they tend to do that. This state tournament now, no time for a slow start, because Tonka will jump on them and put up as many as they can right away. So we'll see how the Trojans respond to the last game they played against these guys.
Minnetonka, meanwhile, beat Chaska 15-3, knocked off Eden Prairie 10-7, and then upset the number 1 seed in the section, Chanhassen 9-7 to get to state. So a lot of rivalry, whatever the sport, between these two teams.
Yep, Danny Fraga's going to get the start for the Trojans in goal. He came in and steadied them when they got down by 7 goals against Tonka the last time, and allowed the Trojans to catch up and tie it and go into overtime. So expect big things from him today.
And, of course, Thomas so good in the face-off circle. But Minnetonka comes out of there with it. Minnetonka on the charge. Luke Tollefson And they get it behind the net. Minnetonka's going to hang on. It goes over the end line. Picking it up there is Blake Dixon. On the other side for Minnetonka, the goaltender is going to be Jack Bayless. We'll talk about Bayless a little bit later on.
Well, good start here for Tonka. This is the way the Skippers wanted to go. They want to get Trojans down early and quick and put a couple in and get them on their heels, etc. So Frega is going to be very important here. You see Minnetonka's being very, very patient here as they work the ball around.
And Andrew DiFrancesco, we talked about him in the opening. He sets over on the far side of the field. He's over there on that wing, charging in. Big shot and a save by Frega for Wayzata. Shot came from the outside. Frega saw it all the way and got in the way.
Yep. Picking up right where he left off against the Skippers the last time they played.
Here's Luke Getz getting it ahead, and Wayzata sets up. Brooks Hansen, so dangerous. Hansen on the year, 29 goals, second on the team to the 51 by Dalton Seas. And, of course, Seas is so fun to watch when he unleashes that shot.
Well, and Hansen, too, has got a knack for getting open. Seas tends to find him. A lot of the assists that Seas has are due to Hansen putting it away, getting open in the middle.
Turned away there was Andrew Solly. And now charging is Braden Nelson. Nelson tries to get into the middle. Ball down. There's a scramble for it on the ground ball. Who can pop it out of there? There's still a scramble for it. And ultimately, Wayzata is going to pick it up. That's Alex Solly picking it up way on the outside.
A good recovery by the Trojans. Nice play by Tonka. We told them they both play good defense. And oh, my gosh.
Solly picks up the ground ball, works in from the right, skips it by the goaltender, Bayless, and Wayzata has the early lead.
Alexander Solly with the 33rd goal of the year gets the Trojans out to the start they wanted to get off. Nice move here, just keeps pushing. A nice power move against a long stick, believe it or not, and gets the arms free for a second, and Bounce shoots it in before Jack Bayless can make the save on it. And that's the start that the Trojans wanted.
Yeah, that was a beauty for Solly.
You know, we look at their big three of Seas, Hansen, and Solly, and they tend to step up, and they're going to have to. This is the state tournament now. This is for all the marbles. Nobody's bad in this tournament right now.
Ball skips onto the face-off circle. It's a ground ball, and Wayzata trying to control, and a long stick there, picking it up for Wayzata. Luke Getz. Good job by Getz picking that one as it popped off.
Yeah.
Off the face-off. And right now, Thomas hasn't had a lot of good luck. 2 face-offs in.
He's been beaten.
And he's one of the top guys in the state. Now we got a whistle, and we got Wayzata ball.
Get a good look at Jack Bayless. They've been riding him throughout the sections. He's been their goalie all the way through, and he's their steady guy, a junior.
Wayzata gets set up and working behind the net. Here is Brooks Hansen. Hansen's been a key guy. And now on the outside again, it's Braden Nelson. Nelson's been really good. They get it in the middle, shot. And that one's knocked down in front. Seifert ripped it. And now it's picked up by Minnetonka. And now they get it to their goaltender, Bayless. And Bayless will clear over to the left side. And picking it up there is Luke Schmidt. And now Wayzata tries to get it clear. And Wayzata is so aggressive. We saw it against Maple Grove in the sections. They pressure the ball all the time.
Yep. It's a full court press for them, and that ride is important. You can see it caused a turnover there, that pressure, but they picked it back up again. Probably got touched by Wayzata stick on the way out.
All right, here's Dixon, and now Tollefson for Minnetonka as they get it set up. Touching it here is Grant Doctor. DiFrancesco, their leading scorer. He wears number 19. You want to keep an eye on for him, or an eye out for him, as they work it behind the net. Here's Dixon again, over to the near side, and that's Brunsvold. Brunsvold makes a charge, good move, but loses the ball, and it's batted around toward the middle. Can anybody gain control? And finally, Wayzata does. And on the move, here comes Hess. Hess gets it over the middle, gives it up to Brooks Hansen. Hansen has the dangerous Dalton Seas on his side. Seas works toward the middle, but the ball stays on the near side, and this is Andrew Solly. Solly makes a charge to the side of the net, tries to come in front. He's watched very carefully by a long stick there, and Sandler Tollefson. And now they get it to the outside and finally Sees. Sees with a touch. Charges in on the right side. Can he get a shot away? No. Lobs it way behind the net and turns it over. A rare error by Sees.
A long stick got his stick on the lower part of Sees' stick and forced it to go way up top. Sees is usually right on the money with his passes, but you know, we talked in the pregame, Steve, about how good defensively these two teams are. You don't see too much of it because they score a lot of goals, but they're both very solid in the goal and in defense, and that's going to be very important for both teams today.
Wayzata taking the body. Minnetonka hangs on for the moment. They get it behind the net. Jacob Dahl. Dahl makes a charge to the front, tries to give it up, loses a handle. It's knocked away by Wayzata. Great defense there by the Trojans, and here they come. Cade Shiraka, a defender, gets it ahead. What a feed, and then missing the net to just wide left. Boy, that was a good feed.
It was a nice feed. Shiraka was kind of, I think, surprised to see where he was. He's a little at a bad angle and really worked off the goaltender, who actually was a little out of position. If he would have come inside, he would have got a goal. But good fast break play by the Trojans and good hustle to get the ball back.
Andrew Solly with the shot, just going wide left. And now here's Wayzata. This is a shot ripped wide right by Alex Solly. And Wayzata will hang on. They lead an early goal coming at 10-13.
Nice move here. Arms got fully extended, just pulled it a little bit too much to the right.
Here's Wayzata again. Alex Solly with it. Or excuse me, this is Braden Nelson. Nelson carries it all the way in, and that one skips away. That may have hit the post.
I wonder if it hit the post or it hit the goalie.
Let's see.
Well, right off his head.
Right off the goalie's helmet. Wow.
Oh, boy.
Stays out of the net. Wayzata loses a handle, and now Minnetonka on the clear, and Wayzata for the moment falls back defensively. They had been pressuring. Long shot ahead, and the goaltender Fraga comes out and grabs it. And Fraga will get it ahead, so Minnetonka tries a long outlet, tries a long shot trying to get Fraga napping, but he won't have any of it. Here's Nelson.
It's a trap. I mean, he's trying to suck them, and they're buying into it. That's twice they've tried that. And they did get possession the one time, but not this time.
And now we've got a timeout, and is it an injury? Yeah, it is an injury for Minnetonka as the players take a knee, and they sort this out. And he's going to try and come off the field. This is Elliot Ishii.
Yeah, he's a valuable player on the Skippers team. And that last game against Wayzata, he was just a beast on D with that stick. And looks like he either pulled something or got whacked in the leg.
Yeah, I didn't see the injury, but he's down and he's throwing the gloves and helmet off, and he can't move very well. And yeah, so big blow for Minnetonka as he takes a seat on the bench, or at least standing on the sideline as he tries to shake it off. Wayzata on the attack, up 1-0. And let's see what the Trojans do. Sees gets a touch here on the near side, gets it further out, and Hansen. And now they go further to the center of the field, and here's Braden Nelson. Nelson dangerous, tries to get a shot away, double team comes, ball skips to the far side, and Wayzata gets there first. They'll hang on. Good hustle over there on the far side as Alex Solly got there. Now they get it to Sees. Sees so dangerous with either hand. Flips it inside the goal. Beautiful feed to Brooks. Hansen Wayzata up 2-0.
Well, did we talk about that combination a little bit, Steve? My God, Sees comes in. The slide comes toward him because they know he's dangerous. And Brooks Hansen just has this way of getting open right in the slot. Sees comes now. Watch, the slide's going to start coming at him right there. And, of course, throw the ball where the slide comes from. Hansen's right there. Gets a great look at it and takes a great shot.
Time of the goal, 5:28, but what a feed, and put it in the spot where Hansen was able to get the shot away all in one smooth motion. And the goaltender there, Jack Bayless, had no
prayer.
No chance.
Yeah, no prayer at all.
Now in on the face-off circle is Reed Gatenby for Minnetonka against Chris Thomas. And Wayzata will prevail. Here comes Wayzata on the charge right away, up 2-0, looking for more. Turned away as Alex Solly gets it down below the end line. Here's brother Andrew Solly. He spins into the middle, can't get by the goaltender. And the goaltender picks it up. Here comes Minnetonka the other way. Charlie Wagner Wayzata's done a good job pressuring the ball. Minnetonka really hasn't had a legit chance yet. Now they get one, they throw it into the middle, and what a backhanded shot by Minnetonka's Andrew DiFrancesco. Highlight reel goal.
Oh my gosh, that would make an ESPN highlight tonight on SportsCenter. Got in trouble there, got numbers. Wayzata wasn't hustling back real hard, and of course DiFrancesco, that beautiful behind the back over the shoulder shot. Once he had it, he was covered hard, and he brings it back, gets it right between the goalie and the D. Beautiful, beautiful goal.
Assist to Schneider, time of the goal, 4:56. You will not see a prettier goal than Andrew DiFrancesco right there.
That was beautiful. Well, we talked about him, you know, he's the straw that stirs the drink, and he gets them off the hump now. Now they're on the board, so let's see what happens. And they've been doing really well in the faceoffs, too.
Yeah, Gatenby's been battling Thomas toe-to-toe, and right now Minnetonka's had the better of it, and that's one of the surprises here.
They've won 3 out of 4, actually, Steve. That's a big surprise, because during the section playoffs, Thomas has been winning 80% of his faceoffs, which is a remarkable number.
Brunsvold loses a handle for Minnetonka. It's knocked away. Wayzata trying to get the ground ball over in the far side, and they ultimately control and get it to the goalie, Fraga. Fraga's going to try a long outlet pass and gets it ahead to the center of the field, and Otto. Here's Otto. Loses the ground ball, and now I believe we have an offside, and Minnetonka's going to get it back in this spot, I'm almost sure. No penalties so far. Yeah, we have an offside.
Boy, that ref was definitely a damnant about it. There was a little bit of protest, and he was having none of it.
Oh, wait a minute now. Maybe we do have a man-down situation coming up. We do.
We do, yeah.
Luke Schmidt takes a knee for Minnetonka. First penalty here comes at 4:20 of quarter number 1. Wayzata leads it 2-1. They get set up, a man up here. And let's see what they do. They get it out on top. Here's Seas. Over to the near side. This is Seifert. Now back out to Seas. Seas gives it off on the right. Trying to find an alley, a shot. That one skips by. And taking that shot was Alex Solly, but it was nowhere near.
Well, they're taking shots, and I like that. You know, with the 30-second and a 1-minute penalty, yeah, you want to take a little time to get it close, but, you know, there we go.
What a feed inside from Seas. Down low to Andrew Solly, and a goal for Wayzata. Another assist for Seas.
Guy's just a ball movement machine, and gets it over to Andrew Seas, who's just had a good or Andrew Solly, I'm sorry. Look at the pass right down low. That was a long pass and down low right between the legs. Beautiful 5-hole goal by Andrew Solly. That would be his 11th goal of the year, and reestablishes, let's say, some Trojan dominance here after DiFrancesco got the skippers on the board. Took advantage of the man-up situation and put a goal in to maintain a 2-goal differential.
So it is Andrew Solly from Dalton C. His time of the goal, 3:51, 3-1 Wayzata. We got another battle in that center circle, and lo and behold, Minnetonka. And I thought that would be a big point of concern for Minnetonka coming in.
Yeah, me too.
Is not being able to win draws, and so far so good for the Skippers, even though they're down 3-1. And now Minnetonka gets sets up. Here's Doctor.
I think
Doctor.
One of the things, too, is you get used to Thomas's moves sometimes, and you can counter him, and I think they put some time and effort into that.
McGraw from behind the net turned away. Good defensive play there by Wayzata. Sawyer Anderson. Good play there defensively. Now a ground ball, and Minnetonka's going to pick it up. Here's Doctor again as he tries to restore order. As we come up on 3 to go in quarter number 1 here in the first state quarterfinal of the day at Chanhassen. Heavy cloud cover, but we don't expect any rain. And now they get it into the middle. DiFrancesco's shot, saved by the goaltender Fraga. He got it up, but Fraga saw it all the way. And now Wayzata on the move, gets it in to the offensive zone, and here's Joel Matthews. Carries over the line. They flip it back toward the middle. Seas recovers. Take a look at this save. DiFrancesco on the move, gets a shot up high, but as you can see, easy save for Fraga.
Fraga's standing up by the close to the crease, too. He's not sitting in his net. He got a good look at it, basket up. You know, he's been a remarkable story. They weren't quite sure what they had when they started the season. He came against that Minnetonka game and stopped it, and they've used him quite a bit. He's the future of their goaltending. He's only a junior, but he stood up tall today. He's made 2 really good saves.
Nelson on the move, has an alley shot, save. And it pops out of there. We have a ground ball for a moment, and it's going to be Minnetonka ball. Well, he cruised in. Braden Nelson ripped the shot, but Jack Bayless made a fine save.
Great save inside, and then there was a crease violation after the shot. But, you know, Bayless has stood up really well, too. He's made 4 saves that have been really critical for the Skippers.
Minnetonka on the clear now, a ground ball, and a battle over there ensues on the far side of the field. Blake Dixon got double teamed, and now Wayzata quick clear. Here come the Trojans the other way. Let's see what they've got. Here's Seifert. Seifert, side of the net. Oh, off the post. A feed to Hansen, post.
Call the goal.
Oh.
Call the goal.
It looked like it popped out of there, but they're going to give the goal to Hansen and the assist to Seifert. A beauty for Wayzata.
And the referee in perfect position there, Steve. He made no doubt about it. Here's the key right there. Nice dodge play. He gets his stick ready, makes a beautiful pass, and the slide came. And Hansen, oh, yeah. Just inside right post there over the shoulder. Hansen got it down in there.
Yeah, and it actually hit that metal that holds the net down on the field. And it popped out of there, and it fooled us. But the official on the spot, 4-1 Wayzata. They scored the first 2, gave up 1 to DiFrancesco for the Skippers, and have now scored 2 in a row. 4-1 Wayzata here in this quarterfinal. And let's see what happens in the middle, and we've got another violation. Boy, Chris Thomas having a tough day today.
He is. He's getting jittery, and they're forcing them into a lot of illegal procedure penalties. He's jumping early, and that's like the 4th one they've gotten straight up. Uh-oh.
Tollefson around the net in front and scores. They let him go right around the net and get it under Fraga, 4-2. Wayzata's lead cut to 2.
You know, the sophomore coming around, just nobody went after him, and he played the smart play. He's got his head up here. He says, where is everybody? Well, fine, I'll go right in front of the net and shoot. What the heck? Taking everybody by surprise. He paid a price for it a little bit here.
He got smoked, but it was way too late as he just went wrap around there. Time of the goal, 1:37, and Chad Hurst not going to be happy about that.
Yeah, someone is going to get talked to on this. And, you know, one of the differences here, too, is Wayzata is a senior-laden team. Tonka is actually a sophomore-laden team. They've got some really good players. Their future's bright for them, and here they go again, winning another face-off, Steve.
Yeah, Gatenby, how about that? Gatenby doing a good job in the face-off circle for Minnetonka. They've dominated that category. They try to get to the front, and turned away there was Max McGraw, a guy you wanted to keep an eye on today as well for Minnetonka. But Wayzata picks up the turnover, and here comes Wayzata the other way. This is Seifert, had an assist on goal number 4 for Wayzata. And now they set up behind the net. This is Andrew Solly. Solly tries to come to the front. Pretty good job there defensively by Mason Hendrickson for Minnetonka. And they've kind of come out to pressure Wayzata and not let the Trojans get comfortable. Now we got to move toward the net. Seifert trying to back his way, or excuse me, that was Alex Solly. And then we got a ground ball to the outside, knocked back by Wayzata, big collision. And wow, Minnetonka's Mason Hendrickson put the body. And now here's Seas. And Seas switches hands so effortlessly. And here's Seas on the charge, gets to the front. He gets knocked down, pops back up, no harm, no foul. Now he loses it, and then he kind of sets a little bit of a pick, and now they're going to rule it's Minnetonka ball.
Just a nice quick play there and a body move, which is good. No external motion, you know, into the hit. It was just a natural motion. That's why I didn't call a penalty.
Minnetonka on the attack, big collision in front. As you might expect, these two Lake Conference rivals, very physical here in the opening round of the state tournament. And that's the end of the quarter. 4-2 Wayzata over Minnetonka. And this is exactly what we expected.
Yeah, just a back-and-forth game. We're seeing good defense. We're seeing good goaltending on two high-powered scoring teams, and they're playing right down to the nubs. Minnetonka's hanging in there, and, yeah, it's been a great game so far.
Quarter number 2 coming up in a moment here on the CCX.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
Quarter number 2, state quarterfinals, Wayzata and Minnetonka. Wayzata unseeded. Minnetonka comes in as the number 3. They went head-to-head during the regular season. The winning team both times, Wayzata at Minnetonka, 11 goals to win it. And then Minnetonka at Wayzata, 11 goals to win it. We're a little beyond that pace, 4-2. I think the big surprise so far, Dan, is the fact that Minnetonka's done so well in the face-off circle today.
Which is surprising, too, the fact that they're down by 2 goals.
Yeah.
That shows they're doing well in the faceoffs, but Wayzata is coming right back on the defense and just pressuring him. DeFrancisco rarely gets the ball for the Skippers. They're covering him. And then whenever Max McGraw, number 11, they know how good he is, he gets a double team coming at him real quick. So good defensive strategy by Wayzata. Good for the Skippers. They're taking Chris Thomas apart, who is the best faceoff guy in the state.
And Gatenby's done a really good job, and Gatenby, by his own right, has pretty good numbers in the face-off circle this year. Yeah. So Reed Gatenby's certainly held his own. We got a ground ball coming out of the face-off circle. Wayzata tries to control, and Thomas does. Thomas had a goal against Maple Grove, and he went kind of all the way out of the face-off circle, right down on the Crimson, and got a goal. And then a turnover. Here comes Minnetonka. Skippers in white. This is Schmidt, Cole Schmidt, gives it up, and now they get it over the center of the field. And working it ahead is Luke Tollefson. Tollefson tries to get to the middle with the long stick, gives it up. DeFrancesco, a shot and a save by Fraga. Got it right in the middle, and Fraga made the save. And now he got
stepped out and stepped back into the crease here somewhere, but you see a good get rid of, and DeFrancisco really lets one rip, but Fraga right on it. Now we'll watch as he'll step out of the crease and he'll step back in, which will give Minnetonka the ball back. Not here when he goes back behind, steps out there, and then he went back inside.
That is a no-no, so Minnetonka down by 2 has an opportunity. Here's a shot and a goal from the side. A beautiful shot by Grant Doctor, 8th goal of the year, and it's 4-3 at Wayzata.
Boy, that was pretty. He stuck that thing on the ground and got it to bounce up into the net real quick. Nice play, beats his defender, and it kind of went off the shoe of Fraga and found that upper corner and dropped in. Boy, I like these black nets, Steve. You can see where the ball is.
So it's 4-3. Minnetonka scored 2 in a row, one to end quarter number 1 at 1:37. Now 59 seconds into quarter number 2. And we got a good one, and we expected a very tight battle all the way to the end in this one.
Yeah, we weren't going to see a 7-goal differential. Illegal procedure that time on Gatenby. He's been good this year, like I said. Out of 204 faceoffs, he's won 132 for 65% faceoff win percentage.
He has been solid, and that has been a big advantage. Wayzata will get it. Here's Seas. And we're going to wait to sort it out. Seas has the ball and waiting for play to resume. And we are underway. Here's Seas, works over to the far side, comes to the middle. Here's Braden Olson. And now Alex Solly further down. Thomas Seifert has an assist in the game, now behind the net. This is Andrew Sully, spends a lot of time below the end line, trying to find someone on the outside. Here's a shot from Seas and a goal, his first of the game. What a shot!
oh boy, was he feeling it. He positioned himself over a little bit to the left of the net, and he was just jigging that cross to give me the ball, give me the ball. And was it Seifert that got it to him or Solly?
It was Solly who got it to him from behind the net right here.
Paid back and just, I got an opening and I took a sidearm shot and just, good luck there, Mr. Bayless. Good luck.
Yeah, he can shoot.
Man, what a beauty. That was a big goal for the Trojans, Steve. They needed it. Minnetonka was chipping away and taking advantage of their possessions, and they needed that one.
C's from Andrew Solly, time of the goal, 10:37 on the clock here in the stadium. Couple of seconds off here on your monitor. And we got a good battle. Gate and beat, Thomas fighting it out. And now Wayzata will come out of there. And carrying it ahead for Wayzata, Max Rulin. Rulin gives it up. Now they get into the middle. Here's Alex Solly on the side. Seifert. And now they'll play catch, and now they'll get C's in. C's comes in. Once Wayzata gains control in the zone, very typical. And now they get it back to the middle. Here's Nelson. Nelson in front, shot save. Big save by Bayless. Went down to a knee and blocked it.
Yeah, perfect form save by Bayless there. He's a good goalie. I mean, playing against this team, giving up 11, that's still saying something with the amount of shots that the Trojans will take.
Boy, we got a big collision. Here's a shot by Nelson. Rips it. And a big save by Bayless. Boy, he got a lot on that one.
Yeah, he did. He might have been better off bouncing that one. Bayless got everything on it, but bouncing it would have changed direction on him. I don't know what the call here was.
Are you kidding me?
Here's the state tournament. We are underway. Wayzata and Minnetonka, 5-3. Wayzata, Lakeville North, Prior Lake. And then coming up later on here at Chanhassen, Matamidi, Egan, and then Centennial against Benilde St. Margaret's, the #1 seed.
Without question, undefeated, the best team in the state right now. But we were talking to Chad Herr a little bit, about being not seeded and stuff. But he likes the fact he's in the bracket he's in because he figures he can get through this bracket, and he wants to play Benilde St. Margaret's. He wants to play for the state championship.
And a year ago, they ran into Benilde and gave Benilde all they wanted in the semifinals.
They held Benilde to one shot in the third quarter. One shot. And just played that great defense. So they got a little something to settle, they think.
And, of course, Wayzata went on to win third, beating Matamidi, another team here in the tournament, 9-8 in overtime. But, Wayzata coming in with a ton of confidence. And I was a bit surprised they came in as an unseeded team.
Yeah.
But if you look at the teams that meet, Centennial, no doubt an unseeded team. They weren't the #1 seed in that section. Andover was. They beat Andover in the semifinals. Mm-hmm. But, it's a tough tournament to seed beyond Benilde.
Well, the other thing, too, we have some state champions in there, too, that have been there before, Prior Lake and Egan. And there's some pretty good teams in here. And Coach Herr said that, too. He says, this is a strong bracket for a state tournament. There's some very good teams with some history there. And so we'll see who comes out there.
Well, and you've been around the game a while, and the quality of play continues to go up, and the quality of players continues to go up.
Well, we got kids here on this field right now that are, C's is going to Hofstra on Long Island, which is a big Division I program. A few other kids got some D1 offers, and
Brunsvold gets hauled down, and we got a flag, and Wayzata's going to go a man down. Brunsvold fighting and battling, gets a shot away, gets knocked down again. And let's see this, and over there for Wayzata, hauling him down is John Hess, and they're going to call that every time.
Yep, trip, and then he slashed him right there. That might be the slash that he put on him right there on that, but it's a technical foul. So I think it's going to be a minute where Tonka has man advantage.
Time of the penalty, 9:32, first penalty of the game against Wayzata. Minnetonka had one in quarter number 1. Let's see what Minnetonka does. A man up here. Down 5-3 as they get it set up on the perimeter. Wayzata collapsing in a little bit more. DiFrancesco with it. Rips a shot. Saved there by Fraga. We got a ground ball right in front of the crease. Who's going to gain control? Frega trying to get a stick on it. And now they rule Wayzata's gained control.
Yeah, Skipper was in the crease, made a step in there on the line. Boy, that referee down low is right on that net and on that crease. He's made some really good calls.
1 Minnetonka got it what they wanted. DeFrancesco with a good shot. Now a turnover, or a ground ball anyway. Can Minnetonka gain control? And ultimately they do. And they'll get set up with Brunsvold. Brunsvold behind the net. Brunsvold trying to find any room. No way to get in front, with Wayzata pressuring him now on the side. And now they'll come out to the middle. This is McGraw. DeFrancesco makes his move. Little two-man game with McGraw didn't pan out. He's trying to find McGraw again. Now DeFrancesco begins his chop and goes all the way in. And now they say no goal. No goal. They say that he probably
crease.
Yeah, he was in the crease when he shot. Let's watch it here.
We'll see the whole God. There was a shot to the head that probably should have been called. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. That looked good to me.
It looks like he got rid of it before he got to the crease, but they wave it off. No goal. And he got hammered on his way in.
He did. He took one in the face. That probably should have slashed him belly, but yeah, that's. I'm sorry. He has not touched anything inside the crease at that point.
He got hammered by Anderson. No call there. They wave it off. Minnetonka maintains control.
Boy, let's keep our eye on that one, Steve. We know it's going to be a close game. How much is that going to have an impact on the final?
Big no goal, but it looks like he got the shot away. And now they try a shot from the side as McGraw tried to go upstairs and it got away. But Minnetonka is going to hang on. 8:08 to go, quarter number 2. 5-3 Wayzata. Okay. They've traded goals here in quarter number 2, Dan.
And we're even up again now. So Wayzata overcame the man down.
Let's see what Minnetonka does. Brunsvold. How about that? No, and they wave it off again, saying he was in the crease. Let's take a look at this. Skipper fans are very unhappy. You could argue this one might be tied.
Yep.
Here's a look at it. Grant Brunsvold.
No, that's a goal.
He was outside the crease, dove toward the front, and they say no.
Oh, boy. Boy.
And now we got another timeout here. And now Minnetonka is going to probably, and Aaron Oliver, going to try and settle down the troops after they had 2 goals waved off, and now we've got the stick check. As they grab the stick of Wayzata's Max Ruland. And I can't see whose stick they grabbed from Minnetonka, but they'll check him out. All right.
Well, this is crucial right here in this tight game. And we're going to take a look at the no goals here. Now, you are allowed in the crease after the shot, after the play. And he's being pushed also, but you don't see any foot or anything making contact inside the crease as he gets rid of the ball. The ball's gone by this point. He still hasn't touched the ground. That's a goal. I'm sorry, that plainly is a goal.
So DeFrancesco robbed there, and now here's Brunsvold from the side. What a play. Right foot clearly outside the crease, goes airborne, gets the shot away, beats Frega. No goal. Wow. And that is a big back-to-back calls against Minnetonka. Wayzata maintains a 5-3 lead, and as you pointed out, the way these teams went head-to-head, once again on April 21st, Wayzata won 11-9, and then Minnetonka won on May 8th, 11-10. 2 goals in this series so far this year is huge.
Yeah, it's huge. Now, good timeout call by Coach Olivier. Good call. Calm the troops down. You're still within 2 goals. No big deal. All right, didn't work out, so what? Forget it. Game over. You got to move on and start playing. Nothing took it out of reach. I think you did a good job there. So we'll see how they respond to this now. Best way to recover, play some good defense and take the ball away from the Trojans and come back down and score.
And we are underway. Wayzata with the ball, and we got a man tripped at the center of the field. He'll pop right back up for Wayzata, and that's Alex Solly. Solly on a charge to the side of the net, finally turned away. And we'll settle things down for the Trojans, up 5-3, quarter number 2. Steve Thompson along with Dan Ficken here on CCX. Opening game of the state tournament. Quarterfinal action, and things starting to brighten up a little bit. Still no sign of the sun. Here's Solly, or excuse me, Seas. And now he gives it up to Solly, Alex Solly, as they play catch on the perimeter. And here's Seas, great shooter and a great passer, charging in, looking for someone. Goes behind the net, down below the end line. And now they run a play, and here's a shot off the side of the net. And I think that was Alex Solly with the shot that hit the side of the net.
No, that's a win for the Skippers right there, Steve. That's a win. They stopped the attack and got the ball back. Now see what you can do about getting it back down here and scoring a goal.
Luke Tollefson for Minnetonka being hounded in the defensive zone. Nice long pass ahead to ease the pressure and get it ahead. And how about that? Great ball movement and a goal by Blake Dixon.
Senior stepping up, just two really good passes right on the mark. Along when they get it into the offensive attack zone and one across the field right to left. This is the one. What a beauty. Watch this. Right on the mark. And Fraga, no. Too far out of the net.
Traxler with the gorgeous feed to Dixon and a goal for Minnetonka, and it's 5-4. And that, they moved the ball 3/4 of the way down the field on two beautiful passes for a goal.
That really was a in-your-face, take that statement by the Skippers. What a beautiful recovery. They calmed down, played it beautifully, had their heads up. What a nice goal.
And that's going to force maybe Wayzata to lay back a little defensively if they're able to execute that way. And now Minnetonka gets it right back as they're bidding to tie here in quarter number 2. DiFrancesco trying to avoid contact there. Pretty good defense by Luke Getz. Skippers in white have it. DiFrancesco near side goes further out. Here's Doctor. He has a goal to start out the quarter. And Minnetonka's had the better of the play here in quarter number 2.
Oh, nice move right there by Doctor. There you go.
Doctor to the middle, spinning to the center, shot off the pipe. Hit the pipe. Jacob Dahl, 15 goals coming in, hit the post, so Fraga gets a break and Wayzata gets a break. Minnetonka hangs on.
Yeah, but over the past 3 minutes right now, even with the 2 disallowed goals, Minnetonka's been outplaying the Trojans here, especially in the attack zone. They're really taking advantage and moving quickly.
They get it down below the end line, work it to the near side. DiFrancesco goes outside. On the move now is Doctor. Doctor gets it further down low. Here's Dixon. Dixon gets in front. Good defense by Wayzata. We got a ball down and a shove.
Pushing behind without possession.
And I think Dixon came up hurting. He's going to have to trot off the field. He's ailing. He got hammered down there, and he scored a goal a moment ago. He got drilled.
Those sticks are not fun when they hit you.
And he's going to hobble off and get some attention. Looks like he might be able to walk that one off.
Well, that's old school, guys. Steve, rinse some dirt in it and get back in there. Oh, wait, it's artificial turf. There is no dirt.
They come to the middle. There's Doctor. They get it down on the goal line, extended. McGraw. McGraw looking to get it back. There's no one near him here on this side. And now here's DiFrancesco trying to get to the front, turned away by the Trojans, spins around, gets hammered, and we got a flag, and Wayzata's going to go a man down. He got hauled down from behind.
Pushing behind with possession. Nice move by DiFrancesco, just fights through it. The Skipper forwards are just powering around the sticks of a long stick, but you could see right there he got fouled and coming back through, so they'll have a man up again. I think they'll avoid trying to dive through the crease now. I think they'll just try to set up some standard shots, move the ball, and they've been moving the ball with some crispness here in this quarter, Steve.
Looks like it's Sawyer Anderson. Time of the penalty, 4:41. So Anderson takes a knee in front of the scorer's table. Now Minnetonka, another man up situation. Here's McGraw. McGraw on the side, further out, DiFrancesco. They get it into the middle. Long shot, and he skips it by Fraga. Boy, he uncorked the long one. And Dahl with the goal.
Well, a couple seniors stepping up here, Dixon and Dahl. All of a sudden, bang. And guess what? We got a tie game. Last time it was tied, it was 0-0. What a beautiful shot. A nice bouncer that came into the upper corner there if it bounced up. And what a comeback by the Skippers. You know, they get deflated with 2 goals disallowed, Steve, and then all of a sudden they just calmed right down, started playing their game, and they're out playing the Trojans right now.
3-1 here in the quarter. We're tied at 5. It could easily be 7-5 Minnetonka. And let's see if Wayzata can turn it around in the face-off circle. Thomas again against Gatenby. We got a good battle ensuing. Wayzata trying to gain control. Now Thomas ultimately comes up with it. Thomas had to battle, and now Thomas is going to carry ahead. He has it whacked away. Thomas loses his stick, and it's going to be Minnetonka ball. How about that physical play? And here comes Minnetonka. They've been dominating. Wagner goes over far side.
Boy, Chris Thomas is, I hate to say this, he's a good player, but he's made some bad decisions here in this last couple quarters. He's got to get rid of the ball. He can't be messing around with it like that.
Traxler goes after the ground ball. Now we got another flag. DeFrancesco. And we got another foul, another penalty on Wayzata, and that's going to go against Luke Getz. 3rd penalty of the quarter, and I'll tell you what, Wayzata out of sorts here.
Kind of a little bit in panic mode, and there was a slash there. And that's, what, 3 straight, Steve?
3 in a row. Minnetonka had 1 in the first. Wayzata, all 3 penalties here in quarter number 2. They get it to the side, and what a shot from the side of the net.
Brunsvold. Grant Brunsvold. Nobody stepped up, no. Yep, there's a good pass. Look at it, wide open. Got full extension of his arms and just sneaked it in. And they got their first lead of the game. The Skippers 6-5 on a man-up situation. This might be a good time for a timeout for Wayzata, even if there's only 3:45 left in the half. They need to settle down here and put something together.
And they've had 2 goals disallowed here in the quarter.
Yeah.
It's 6-5, and Minnetonka rolling here in the state quarterfinal against their arch rivals from Wayzata. Thomas and Gatenby. Gatenby, can he come out of there with it? He's gone toe-to-toe with Thomas all day and gotten the better of it. We still have a ground ball. A scrum ensues, and Wayzata's going to get it.
Yeah, pushing behind without possession there, and Chris Thomas got pushed down. And okay, Wayzata's got to do something here now. They've been outplayed for the past 4 or 5 minutes, Steve, and they need to put something together here.
They need to find Dalton Seas as he trots onto the field. They get it down below the end line, or down below the goal line, and Andrew Solly. Over on the far sideline is Seifert. Now it's Seas. Seas off to the right. Good pass down low to Seifert. Now they go behind the net as they try and run a play and get something going. Here's Brooks Hansen. And I'm sure they want to try and find Seas.
Well, keep your eye for Hansen here. They got him back in position to run through the crease as a cutter.
There's Seas cutting right down the middle, and he got a beautiful feed and a goal to tie it up at 6.
Right-handed, left-handed, it makes no difference. He can come at you to both ways, no big deal. And, well, when you're down and you need a goal, where do you go, Steve? Sees, and he gets you back into it. Look at that. Look at the window he got it in.
What a feed.
On that short side.
Seifert hit him beautifully on the run, and he was able to rip a shot. And when you let him have a crack at the goaltender like that, he's going to beat the goalie 9 times out of 10 or more.
And you know the goalie's looking at the velocity of that ball's coming at you. Bayless was basically helpless on that one with the shot that Seas has got.
Boy, and they needed that. Second goal of the game and the quarter for Dalton Seas. And now we got a procedure call on Thomas, so Wayzata ultimately will take it and come out of there. Here's Wagner. Wagner over the trots down the far sideline. Now they set it up behind the net. Here's McGraw. McGraw moved to the middle. Has he got an opportunity? He got hammered. He still got a shot away.
Yep.
Didn't get a lot on it.
They got a hold on Wayzata. Change of possession.
So Minnetonka is going to hang on. Here's DiFrancesco, spinning move from the side. Can't do much. Good defensive play there by Wayzata. Boy, that was nice defensive play by Shiraka. Shiraka with the long stick. They look at a shot from the outside. That was Brunsvold. Brunsvold
there
has
it is.
Now further in on the side. Trying to spin toward the middle is McGraw. McGraw turned away. And it feels like Wayzata has restored a little order. They get a ground ball to the outside. Easily picked up by Minnetonka. That is Doctor. He has one goal here in the quarter. Doctor in on the left. Double team comes now behind the net. Nice feed in front. Oh! And I think Fraga got a piece of it. They got it right in front to Hurt. And I don't know if he just missed the net or if Fraga got a piece of it. Beautiful feed in front. Oh, and he just skipped it by.
Boy, that was a big turn of events for the Trojans. Fraga finally got a save, and he needed one. Then good defense turned up and deflected the ball in a bad pass.
Sees to Seifert. He got smoked.
And there's going to be a penalty there. That was a cross-check.
He got decked. And taking a knee here is going to be Calvin Clemens, I'm sure. Yeah, he just got hammered. And coming up high, actually, was Sandler Tollefson.
Yeah, and got just both hands on that stick. If you get your hands close together, so they're touching the gloves, it's not a cross-check. But as you could see, there was about 12 to 14 inches in between the gloves, and he came through on the shoulder, getting close to the neck. So Wayzata's been good, too, about, man-up situations, Steve. They've taken advantage of it. So they got a minute, probably 30 seconds now to put something together and get a lead again.
They've started to play better here in quarter number 2. They fell behind. Now we're tied at 6, 1:30 to go. Wayzata a man up. And let's see what they're able to do as they set up shop. Here's Seas. Over to the near side, Solly. Now Andrew Solly behind the net. They come out to the side. And then it's knocked down defensively by Minnetonka. What a good play over there by Cole Schmidt. Yep, Schmidt with the play. But Wayzata gets it back. Here come the Trojans. Once again, a man up. Here's a shot by Seas from the side. That's blocked away. But Wayzata's going to hang on, and retrieving it down there is Braden Nelson. But Seas got a shot, but it was blocked. Under a minute to go. And the way this quarter has gone, Wayzata would be thrilled to be up a goal at the half for sure.
Yeah, considering the second quarter changes there.
They get it out in front. Here's Braden Nelson. Now it's Seas. Seas is so good with his right hand or his left hand protecting that ball. Just effortless. They get it in front. Here's a shot and a save. Good save by Bayless, but Wayzata hangs on. They scoop up the ground ball. Still plenty of time. Seas gives it up on the left. Here's a shot by Seifert and a save by Bayless. Went upstairs, but he saw it all the way. And then it's turned over again. Seifert picks it up. Under 10 to go. They better move. Here's Seas on the outside with 7. The Seas have a move from the perimeter. They go down below the end line trying to get it in. They better get a shot away. That's it.
Oh, wow.
Well, they didn't even get a shot. And you can tell Seas over on the far side is not happy with himself. You can see him. He is not happy that he didn't make a charge and pull the trigger. Unless he got whacked and got hurt. But
he just might be downright tired. I mean, it's been pretty good weather, though. It hasn't been too hot or anything. But, boy, what a game. Back and forth. And it's fitting that this half ends in a tie, 6-6.
Yeah, what a recovery for Minnetonka as they battle back, dominate the quarter. And now we go to the half here of the state quarterfinal, the first state quarterfinal of the day at Chanhassen. Wayzata and Minnetonka knotted at 6 here on the CCX.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
We are at the half-state quarterfinal number 1. Wayzata and Minnetonka, Lake Conference rivals, played 2 tight games during the regular season, and today's state quarterfinal, no exception. We're knotted at 6 at the half. And in quarter number 1, Wayzata, first 2 goals of the game. Alex Solly there, just a beauty. And then Dalton Seas, what a feed inside, and a beautiful goal there for Brooks Hansen. And then, how about that? Andrew DiFrancesco behind the back. That was pretty. And then scoring there for Wayzata as they scored 2 more in a row. That was Andrew Solly. And then a great feed from Seifert inside to Brooks Hansen. And it was 4-2 through 1 quarter. On to quarter number 2. Physical play, as you might expect, and a beautiful goal there from Minnetonka's Luke Tollefson. And then skipping one by the goaltender there was Grant Doctor. Changed angles on Danny Fraga, the Wayzata goaltender. And then there he is, Dalton Seas, his first goal of the game in quarter number 2. And then 2 no goals. First, DiFrancesco diving into the crease. It was ruled in the crease, no goal. And then about a minute later, same deal there, is Grant Brunsvold was clearly outside the crease, dove in front, unleashed the shot, beat the goaltender Fraga, but it was ruled, and those 2 goals loom large as we're tied at the half. Then a beautiful ball movement down the field as Blake Dixon scores there. That was a gimme. And then Minnetonka right here grabbed the lead outside, ripping a shot was Jacob Dahl. That was a beauty, beating Fraga. And from the side of the goal there, Brunsvold for Minnetonka, and it was really tilted heavily in favor of the Skippers. And then coming back for Wayzata, who else? Dalton Seas ties it up, and that's where we stand. Dan at the half, 6-6.
Tale of 2 quarters. Wayzata won the first quarter. Minnetonka obviously won the second quarter and should have won it by more. So it's going to be an awful thing for them if they lose this game by a goal or 2 here, because those are clean goals. But, boy, battle back and forth. Both teams halfway to 11, like you said at the beginning of the game. It's going to be a great second half.
Wayzata and Minnetonka state quarterfinal in the third quarter on the way here on the CCX.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
And we are underway, third quarter, state quarterfinal. Wayzata and Minnetonka knotted at 6. Here's Seas with her shot from the right, rips it over the top of the net, and Wayzata's going to hang on, and it's imperative Wayzata has a good third quarter. Second did not go well.
You know, they have to make some adjustments here. Defense has got to step up to the plate, and offense, I think, just be a little more patient. You know, it kind of if you can make every possession count with no turnovers, generally, you'll come up ahead.
Jack Bayless in goal for Minnetonka in white. Danny Fraga in goal for Wayzata wearing blue. And we're trying to get something sorted out here. And I think it might be the time on the clock.
Yeah.
And here's Wayzata. Wayzata has the ball to start quarter number 3. They get it to the outside. Now they swing it over to the right. And here's Seas. Pass towards Seas was knocked away by Minnetonka. Good defensive play by Hendrickson. Picking up for Wayzata, Andrew Solly. They go over to the right, cross field. Here's his shot. Tough angle shot. Tried there by Braden Nelson. That misses the net. Wayzata maintains. There's Seifert. Excuse me, that was Hansen. Hansen gets it back, tries to skip one by Bayless, and that goes out. And Wayzata's going to hang on as Seifert got to it. Seifert will have it. Tries to come to the near side and sees. Sees a couple of goals in quarter number 2 for Wayzata, and stolen away by Minnetonka. Good play by the Skippers as they get it ahead.
Cole Schmidt with the interception there.
Now a ground ball, and Wayzata gets it back. Here come the Trojans. Alex Solly. Solly scoops up the ground ball, comes back the other way. Here's C. C's on the move. Rips a shot, partially blocked. Coming in from the side to get a piece of it is Luke Tollison. That may have saved a goal.
He wanted to get big extension here. He probably should have let it go a little quicker before it got deflected there, but good opportunity for the Trojans.
And now they get it back outside. Here's Alex Solly. 6-6 early in the third. Wayzata led it 4-2 after 1. We're tied at 6 at the half. Here's Alex Solly. And that shot skips away. Wayzata's going to hang on. Of course, they had a man closer to the end line as it skipped out of play.
Playing this like the flying circus, though. They're letting them come at all angles. They're just launching them and seeing what they can figure out. But you know, the key there was that big defensive play on the clear where the ride by Wayzata just stopped it after that great interception.
Nelson shot save Bayless. Bayless made a big save on Nelson, then they try and whack it ahead. Nelson skips it in, but a good save there by Bayless. He was all over it, read the shot all the way. Wayzata hangs on as the ball goes out of bounds. Here's Alex Solly over on the far side, tries his charge into the middle. And that one hit the side of the net, and he got hammered. And now we have a flag. And Minnetonka's going to go a man down, and I think it's going to be Luke Schmidt.
You can see him coming in here. There's a push from behind right there, but he's going to get whacked on the helmet somewhere here. Right there. We just missed it as that stick got away from number 23, Calvin Clemens for the Skippers. So he's going to sit, and Wayzata's going to have a man-up situation here. Unnecessary roughness was the call.
9:38 time of the penalty, so.
Okay, now's the time based on that penalty. You know, these guys don't like each other very much, Steve. You can tell by the way they're getting physical with each other.
Alex Solly tries a shot that skips by. Good angle there by Bayless. He didn't have a lot to shoot at. And now Wayzata's going to hang on. Here's Seifert and sees. Seifert gets it back. Now they go behind the net. Now they come to the right. Try to get it to Seas in the middle. Good defensive play over there by Minnetonka. We have a ground ball. That was a really good defensive play by Schmidt to deny that pass to Seas. Now they try to get it further inside, and that skipped away. The ground ball picked up by Minnetonka. Then the man slips and falls. That was Schmidt. They get it back to the front. What a goal. Picking up the ground ball and scoring for Wayzata to give the Trojans a lead is Braden Nelson. How about that? Picks up the ground ball, charges to the front. Knew he was going to get hammered. Falls down, loses the cross.
Just like a nasty little gnat all over you. Braden Nelson just stayed all over the long stick and got the ball back. And, you know, the long sticks for Skippers have been done a great job, you know, knocking down passes, not letting them have the middle. But, you know, Wayzata just responds quickly on a ride to bust up the clear and not letting the Skippers take advantage of it, and got it right back and caught him with a too many. You know, they had a good number situation, and he got it in front and buried it. Breaking the tie now. Remember, first one to 11, Steve. You called it.
Braden Nelson gets it, and now Wayzata will get the face-off. Chris Thomas struggled in the first half, and now they get it to Seas on the near side. Wayzata gets the lead back. Here's Braden Nelson again. Right hand back to the left. Shot. Saved by Bayless. Got it in on Bayless. But he went down and made the save. And now Minnetonka on the charge the other way. Here they come. Wagner. Wagner carries the near side. Now goes below the end line. Here's Traxler. Now they move it around below the end line over to the side. Andrew DiFrancesco pretty behind the back goal. First goal of the game at 4:56. That was a beauty. And now Minnetonka.
Oh, nice play here.
Dahl,
yes.
Long shot, beats Fraga, and we're tied.
Used both the D as a screen there. Watch the slide come to him. He hesitated. You'll watch right here, there, and then bang, he lets it go. And beats Fraga straight. I think he was screened a little bit here. You can see the slide coming up from the front there. And just a beauty of a goal. Yeah, no one's walking away with this one, Steve. I don't see it at all. I think it's going to be 1 or 2 goal differentials the rest of the way, and that's just the way it's going to be.
Dahl, the goal there at 8:08. We're tied at 7. Good battle in the face-off circle. Gatenby and Thomas. Minnetonka controls out of there. Here come the Skippers. Carrying it ahead is Tollefson. Tollefson gives it up in the middle. What a shot and a goal. Falling down is Traxler, and Minnetonka has an 8-7 lead. That was pretty.
Well, here we go. Game on. Just a beautiful pass back into the slot right there and brings it down underneath and goes low high on that and beats Fraga up top. Fraga got a little stuck back in the net. If he would have stepped out a little bit farther with that basket, he might have saved it, but just a great shot. And now the Skippers are in the lead.
What a feed. Traxler the goal. Tollefson the assist. 7:54. It's 8-7 Minnetonka. Wow. Back and forth they go. We got another battle. Can Thomas come out of there with it? No, loses a stick. And we got a hold. And it's going to be Minnetonka ball. So Thomas' struggle in the face-off circle continues.
No, it's going to be Wayzata ball.
It is Wayzata ball, but he has not had an easy time of it in there.
Oh,
that
no.
one popped out of there, and it was the hold that gave the ball to Wayzata. Here's Seas, tries his shot, goes upstairs, but it goes right over the top of the net. And Balos offered, but that was sailing high, and they're shooting quick.
Yeah, they are. They're not messing around here. They're going to figure the more rubber they put on the net, the more they're going to score, but I'd like to see him work it down a little bit lower there.
Here's Nelson with a shot upstairs. He was falling down and uncorked a shot. And that one went high over the cage. Bayless didn't flag it down. It didn't matter. Here's Alex Solly, far side. Back to Nelson in the middle. Further inside, it's Solly. They get it to Solly. He can't handle it. And now we got a ground ball. Minnetonka giving chase. Picking up there is Cole Schmidt. Then Schmidt can't grab it. And then it's Nelson for Wayzata. And then he loses the handle. And they try and get it ahead to Seas. Seas can't do anything with it. Boy, hot potato right now. And now finally, Minnetonka grabs it.
A little breathing room. Boy, that ride by Wayzata is just relentless.
Luke Schmidt ahead neatly. This is Dahl. Dahl right down the middle. A shot saved by Fraga. That may have got piped. Minnetonka can't handle the pass. It was grabbed there by McGraw for a moment. He loses it. We got bodies down. Minnetonka, another body down. A big collision. Let's see this shot here. Tollefson, or excuse me, Dahl.
Boy, nice save by Fraga there. Got his shoulder over on it and just moved with it. Got his body in the way. And Wayzata called the timeout here. Or Tonka did. One of them did.
There is so much emotion, as you might expect, in this rivalry, let alone a state quarterfinal. Minnetonka leading at 8-7.
Just the intensity of chaos in the last minute and a half has been very surprising for both teams. They're both very disciplined and, work the ball really well. And it's been kind of crazy here last few minutes, up and down, back and forth, and turnovers galore.
There's Brunsvold, fakes to the outside, comes to the middle, gives it up on his wing. Nice ball movement and a goal for Minnetonka. What a feed across from Traxler to McGraw, and McGraw gets the goal. 9-7 Skippers.
McGraw finally breaks through here. One of their better players, a sophomore. And puts a beauty down there. Just goes high-low on it, bounces it in the net, catches Fraga on the wrong side of the net. Fraga's just kind of looking at himself and he said, what did I do here? Boy, just a beauty. And for the first time, Tonka's got a 2-goal lead, Steve.
And, of course, they had 2 goals in quarter number 2 disallowed. And they lead at 9-7. They've been dominating this one since quarter number 2.
Yep.
Gatenby taking the face-off for Minnetonka. And Chris Thomas for Wayzata. And
that's been a real crucial battle, I'll tell you. I was really surprised. I thought that would be a Wayzata no-brainer, but both of them are working at 68% for the year. So, you know, Gatenby ain't no slouch at this thing.
Gatenby comes out of there. We still have a ground ball. He tries to pick it up, and he does. Gatenby, one of the heroes for the Skippers in this game. Goes over far side. Skippers in command, up by 2, looking for more. McGraw, this is a big spot for Wayzata. They need to get it back and go down and get a goal. Midway through quarter number 3. Minnetonka outscored Wayzata 4-2 in quarter number 2. It was Wayzata 4-2 in the first. We were 6-6 at the half. Minnetonka slows it down. Hunter Abraham with it. Abraham, good charge in the middle, turned away by the double team. Goes down a little, picked up there by Traxler.
Oh, big turnover.
And he allows to turnover, unforced error on Minnetonka. That's a big one.
That's a big one.
Traxler couldn't handle it. Now Wayzata an opportunity. They need a goal. Trojans reeling a bit. Down 9-7. They lose the ball. Good defense there by Wayzata as they challenge that pass at midfield. Picked up by Wayzata. Turnover.
Oh, nice takeaway by the Skippers.
Yeah, Skippers take it away from Wayzata. Coming the other way. Brunsvold shot from the outside, and that skips wide. That was a big turnover on Wayzata over there. They lose the handle, picked up by Minnetonka. They come the other way. And now the Skippers give it right back. Let's see.
He originally called it the goalie was the first one close to the ball for Wayzata, but I guess not. They've changed the call. So they're going to give it to the Skippers.
It'll be Traxler as he comes over. Alex Traxler, senior.
Well, see, it's just interesting to watch both these teams. When a mistake is made, they tend to just really go after it and just not give up on the play. They play good defense and try to get a turnover off the turnover they just gave up.
They try to get it in front, and it's knocked right back. Brunsvold back there. Brunsvold has the goal in quarter number 2 for Minnetonka. He's behind the net, tries to get to the front. He had one of the goals waved off in quarter number 2. It comes into Fraga. And Fraga's going to scoop it up and try and get it out of there. So let's see if Wayzata can get it clear. And they come upfield. Zeminski. And now here comes Wayzata. They need a goal. They get it into the middle. Seifert rips the shot, blocked in front. Good defense by Minnetonka. We got a ground ball, and we got it waved off, and Wayzata's going to hang on. Seifert got a shot away, but it was blocked by the double team.
That defense of the Skippers has been just beastly this quarter. They are blocking passes, blocking shots, doing a great job here. There was a push from behind that time.
Alex Solly. There's Solly on the right. Now to the middle and Hansen. 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Still plenty of time for Wayzata, but they are down by 2, and they need one right now. Trotting on for Wayzata, Braden Olsen. He got a bit of a breather, and here he comes. In on the left, tries his shot way upstairs. That's about the third or fourth shot this quarter that's gone way over the top of the net.
Yeah, I'd almost challenge him to put it on the ground a little bit more, get a bounce shot in. I mean, Tonka's done very well with that. They've gotten at least 4 goals that have been great bounce shots.
Charging in is Alex Solly from the right. He is turned away. Good defensive play there by Cole Schmidt. And Schmidt's been stout, and he's put the body on people.
And that stick's been doggone quick, too. He deflected another pass and forced it onto the ground.
Charging in here is Braden Nelson. Nelson shot in on Bayless in a save. He'll pick it up. And he'll clear. Good clearing pass there. Here's Hurt. Hurt over the center of the field. He tries to come down the middle. He's being hounded. Double team comes. Continues to hang on to it. Now they get it down to the goal line extended. They get it in front. Charging in. Oh, what a feed from behind. and a goal for Brunsvold. Minnetonka up by 3.
Oh, Brunsvold finding the seam, coming down the left side of the crease or the slot. And boy, there was a mistake made there by the defense. A little too extended out. They need to bring that in. You shouldn't let somebody penetrate that slot area as beautifully as he did, and took a great pass and just buried it. And I think that's the first 3-goal lead we've had by any team. Look at the opening. You got hands fully extended, just rips it. Fraga's not doing much about that.
Brunsvold from McGraw. And that comes at 3:05. 10-7 Minnetonka. And now Gatenby against Thomas. And this has been one of the storylines all day. Minnetonka on these draws. They've gotten the better of it. And Thomas tries to come out of there with it, and he'll pick it up. Second goal of the game for Brunsvold. He had one waved off in quarter number 2 as he dove from the side of the net in front. And let's see what Wayzata does. They need a goal. Here's Hansen. They get it out on top. Here's Alex Solly. Solly in front, skips it in. Big goal for the Trojans.
And he went high-low and bounced it. Didn't try the tried for that straight shot into the upper corner. He bounced it, and he scored. And boy, that was a big, big goal. And Alex Solly, he's at his second or third today.
Second goal of the game. He had the opener at 10:13 of the first. That is his second goal today, by my count.
Yeah, and Bayless was fooled. He thought he was going to go up top, and all of a sudden he saw it going down. He couldn't get that basket down in time. Went between his legs, but good choice by Solly. But boy, that was big for Wayzata. They needed that one.
Still plenty of time to go. 2:37 to go in the third, and it starts with the draw. Chris Thomas against Reed Gatenby, and let's see what happens here. They fight for it. Gatenby gets the better of it. He comes out of there. Good job by Gatenby. And now he throws it away, and that ground ball is going to go out, and Wayzata's going to get a turnover on Wayzata. Gatenby tried to come near side, and that's a big break for the Trojans as they try and rally. Here comes Wayzata, Alex Solly. Solly right along the near sideline. Tries to spin, turned away there by Jacob Dahl. Seas hasn't had a touch lately. Let's see if they try and find him on the outside. Seas has a long stick nearby, and now it's Dalton Seas. Let's see what he's got. A couple of goals in quarter number 2. And Wayzata slowing it down a little bit. Seas made a charge to the middle, but he had someone right on him. He has a shadow in Henriksen. Now they get it down below the end line, and Hansen. Hansen tries a charge to the front, no goal. Out on the wing, here's Seas. Good move to the middle, look out. And a save by Bayless.
Beauty, beauty, nice save by Bayless. Big key one right there.
Seas steals it back. On the clear, and then he gets tripped, goes down, gets back up quickly, hangs on to it. That's a talent. Seas. Got a look, was denied. Now they get it outside Solly. Over on the right, Hansen shot and a goal. What a shot upstairs. Beat Bayless over the shoulder, and it's a 1-goal game.
Low, high. Just Bayless Nelson stepping up there. And just a great shot from pretty far out. Beautiful pass right there. Puts it into his wheelhouse. Coming up, and finally hits the upper corner.
Momentum shifts a little bit. 2 in a row for Wayzata. Nelson is second of the quarter and of the game. And now it's 10-9 Minnetonka. And right back to the middle of the field. Well, Dan.
Well, they're keeping it away from the skipper's long sticks. You know, they're trying to move it away to get a short stick defender and, you know, try to get some shots, and it's worked out.
Here's Thomas. Does he hang in there? We still have a ground ball, a fight for it. Wayzata comes up. Well, Thomas hung in there and battled, and ultimately Wayzata prevails. A goal to tie. Let's see what they've got. Here's Hansen. Hansen down to the goal line extended. He'll set up shop. Seas comes on the field. He's joined by Alex Solly. Also coming on, Braden Ellison. And now it's outside and Braden Ellison. 2 goals in the quarter. Does he want a third? From the outside, fakes his shot. The double team comes and he backs it out of there. And then Seas can't handle the pass, and it's going to go out of bounds in an unforced error. Well, you're not going to see that very much.
Oh, my. Wayzata really hasn't turned the ball over that much, I mean, unforced-wise. But that was a big change. They just got back to within one goal, and with, less than 30 seconds left in the game, and, boy, that was a big turnover.
I don't know if Seas is gassed or if he's hurting. We saw it at the end of quarter number 2. Here's DiFrancesco spinning behind the net. What a feed in front and a goal. What a beautiful feed. DiFrancesco to Traxler, and Minnetonka back up by 2. What a play by DiFrancesco.
Saw the opening, and Traxler using his head, finding that open area again on the left side of the slide. Look at this. Gives it a little fake, and then he goes up over the shoulder. High-low shot. Great pass right there.
And he had an alley, and he didn't miss. Second goal of the quarter for Traxler. And Minnetonka back up 11-9 right here at the end of the third quarter. Big goal for the Skippers. And I don't know if anybody's going to have any time to do anything off this face-off. And no, it's just going to be a scramble on a ground ball over on the far side. And that will be it. 3 quarters in the books. And the first quarterfinal of the day in the state boys lacrosse tournament, Minnetonka leads Wayzata 11-9. How about that, Dan?
Well, again, back and forth. Nobody dominating, just changing momentum back and forth. And Minnetonka, though, I think, took better advantage of their opportunities here. They found the seam really easily, built up to a 3-goal lead, and Trojans got to figure something out here. They are not stopping them on defense. They're leaving guys wide open in the slot. So we'll see what happens in the fourth quarter.
1 quarter to go here in the state boys lacrosse quarterfinal. Minnetonka leads Wayzata 11-9 here on the CCX.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
Steve Thompson, Dan Ficken, quarter number 4 of the state boys lacrosse tournament. Opening game here. Once again, Wayzata and Minnetonka still to come. Lakeville North, Prior Lake. Later on, Matamidi and Egan. And then defending champ and number 1 seed Benilde St. Margaret's takes on unseeded Centennial. But what a rivalry. These teams played to 11 in their first 2 games. Wayzata winning 11-9 in the opener, and then Minnetonka winning 11-10. I don't think 11's the number today.
I don't think so. We're going to have a few more goals scored here. Tonka has just really been relentless, done a good job. I think a little better defense on their end of taking advantage of their opportunities when given. And the Trojans, boy, defense has been cracking a little bit.
Here's Thomas off the draw, gives it up on the left. They move it quickly. Nice feed across and a shot. And getting hammered on the play.
Yep.
Was Seifert. Seifert didn't really get a clean shot away. He got drilled, and Minnetonka is going to go a man down.
Yeah, hit from behind with possession, so that'll be a 30-second penalty. And again, Wayzata given an opportunity here. They've done well with a man advantage. We'll see if they can pull back to within 1 goal here.
Penalty comes early. Tollefson takes a knee for Minnetonka. Wayzata the man up. And let's see what they do. Sees on top, gets it. Seas will work to the right. Here's Alex Solly. They go down below the end line, trying to charge to the front. They turn away. Seas gives it up quickly. They get it inside, and there's a goal from the side, and it's a 1-goal game, and that was beautiful ball movement by Wayzata, cashing in Andrew Solly.
Boy, you know, sometimes both these teams look like machines. What a beautiful, beautiful power play here. Finds the hole. They get it over the guy with a good shot. Good shot from the side there in Solly. And he's stepped up in this game. You know, we didn't see too much from the previous 2 games, but today he's stepped up. Andrew Solly, the brother of Alexander.
And Solly gets his second of the game. And it's 11-10. That comes quickly. 11:37 time of the goal. And Minnetonka's lead is 1. By the way, Minnetonka outscored Wayzata 5-3 in the third. 4-2 in the second. Wayzata had a 4-2 advantage in quarter number 1.
Boy, big face-off win there, Steve, right there.
Yeah, and Thomas stepping up in a big moment. And Thomas has it on the outside. And Thomas is going to hang on to it for the moment, give it up to Alex Solly. They get it to the cutter right down the middle. He loses a handle, and that's Brooks Hansen. And now Minnetonka picks it up. And now we've got a whistle and a stop. And Wayzata's going to get it back. Well, well, well. What a turn of events early in the fourth as Wayzata bids to tie.
I think a hold there on 18 for the Skippers. And one of the players away from the ball.
And now they come to the near sideline. Here's Seifert. Cutter down the middle, losing it for a moment is Seas. Seas has had a little trouble hanging on to it. He had that turnover in the third. And now they get it out on top. Here's Wayzata and Nelson. Over to the right and Seifert. Down below the end line. This is Andrew Solly. Solly being hounded there, works off a pick. And now gives it up to Alex. Alex Solly with it. Trying to find room. Good defense by Minnetonka. Charges to the front, tries a shot, skips off. But charging behind the net, Brooks Hansen. Wayzata hangs on. Not a bad attempt there.
There wasn't much going on. Nobody was moving for the Trojans. No cutters. And, of course, you get in front there, you're going to get double-teamed by the Skippers. And but a good opportunity, just couldn't quite get it on the net.
Here's Hansen behind the net, trying his charge to the front. Does get in front. Blocked by the goaltender, Bayless. Saved by Bayless.
You know, right now, too, I'd say, Steve, 3/4 of this game, Bayless has really stood up well as a goaltender right now. I think he's played a little bit better than Fraga right now.
Here's Wayzata. And here's Sees from the outside, trying to find an alley. Gets to the middle, look out. And a save by Bayless. He went upstairs. Sees got drilled. He goes down hard. And he'll come to the sideline as Minnetonka begins the attack. Here come the Skippers, up by 1, trying to extend that lead. Oh, a pass across, and it was knocked away. They tried to get it to McGraw. Great defense by Wayzata. Here come the Trojans up the near sideline. Man down, ball down. Who can gain control? Wayzata finally does, and Hess. And now we got a whistle. We got an injured player for Wayzata right in front of the scores table. That's Shiraka. Here's Shiraka. Gets whacked on the thigh, then gets decked.
Yeah, I'm surprised there was no call there. Should have at least been a trip, but he took it on the thigh, and that don't feel real good.
And now they're checking out the ankle.
Okay.
Yeah, he went down awkwardly there.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the high-low, and got to stick to the leg. And
you know, sometimes, too, this turf, you know, grips, and sometimes it grips too good. And when you're off balance like that and you're trying to get your feet planted, sometimes something twists, etc. I hope the young man's okay. I mean, you know, playing in the state tournament, that's something special. You know what I mean? You don't want to come out of the game. You've played all year, all these years, and here you are at the tournament. You want to play. And it looks like he's going to be okay. Just twisted the ankle a bit.
Yeah, he's going to hobble off a little bit. Of course, Minnetonka lost Elliot Ishii earlier. And he went off the field awkwardly. And we have not seen him on the field since.
No, we haven't, actually. You're right, we haven't.
So 9:20 to go on the game. Minnetonka leads at 11-10.
I see Ishii standing on the sideline here, helmet off. He's got stats sheet, so I don't think he's coming back in the game.
And here's Wayzata. And the Trojans set it up. Alex Solly on the near side. Here's Seifert. And now it's Solly. Back to the middle they come, and Braden Nelson. Nelson, a couple of goals in quarter number 3. Comes in on the left. He's turned away by the double team. Tries to find Seas. No. Goes into the middle. Good feed! And a beautiful goal by Alex Solly. And that was set up by Braden Nelson in the footwork.
Beautiful setup, beautiful play, Solly. And well, I tell you what, the goals are costly right now because the minute you shoot, you're getting nailed. I think the last 4 goal scorers have been put on their heinies real quick. But look at the pass right there. Solly finding the seam, gets a good shot off, and bang, just gets knocked down. But we got a tie game again. They both are at 11. I think you were right now, Steve. Obviously, 11 ain't going to be the telling factor.
Yeah, 11 is not going to be the number today. We're tied at 11, 2 in a row here for Wayzata in quarter number 4. Andrew Solly, now Alex Solly, and we're all knotted. And one of the turning points has been the resurgence of Chris Thomas on the face-off. He's been really good.
Good call. Good call, Steve. That's right. That's exactly what's been going on. He's been doing his best to win these face-offs and giving Wayzata an opportunity to get back in it with possessions, and he's done a great job this quarter.
And Gatenby's had a very good, this has been a great battle.
Yeah,
and one of the stories today, and they fight it out again, and now we got a hold, and Wayzata gets it back. So you pointed it out at the half when we were chatting about what he might do to change his strategy.
Yep.
Have you seen a strategy change?
Yep, and he's letting Gaten be more aggressive and stuff, and Gatenby's been called twice for traps that are now illegal, and it's worked. So this is big possession here. Wayzata hasn't had the lead for quite a while now.
Wayzata bidding to get the lead back. We were tied at 6 at the half. Wayzata led 4-2 after 1. But Minnetonka dominant in that second, dominant in the third. Now Wayzata coming back. On top, it sees, gives it up. Here's Solly, a shot and a goal. And Wayzata leads.
Boy, what a beauty here. Solly just stepped up, arms fully extended, and just turns back and dare you to save this one. Beautiful pass right there, right into his wheelhouse. Just lets it rip. Boy, hit that corner just beautifully, lower left-hand side.
And Alex Solly is third of the game, second in a row, or excuse me, 4 goals. Yeah, he had the opener. I apologize, Truck is always right. He had 1 in the first, 2 in the third, or 1 in the third, and now 2 in the fourth. And Wayzata leads at 12-11 with 8:16 to go in the game. How about that? And Wayzata's found a way to battle back. They trailed 11-9 after 3, and now they lead at 12-11. The number 3 seed Minnetonka, the unseeded Wayzata Trojans. We got a ground ball. Wayzata trying to control, but Minnetonka ultimately will, as that faceoff squirted out of play. And now Minnetonka looking for the equalizer here. And one of their key guys, Grant Brunsvold, gets it behind the net. He's being watched carefully there. Now they get it out on the wing and now on top. Here's Abraham. Now give it up to Doctor. Doctor's been effective today. He charges in on the left, goes across. We had a ground ball for a moment, and it's ultimately controlled by Traxler, and then he loses it and picked up by Wayzata. Trojans with all the momentum, and then they try a clear, and it's stolen back by Minnetonka. And the Skippers in white have it back. It's again the number 3 seed in this tournament in the seesaw battle today. Wayzata dominated early, and then Minnetonka had 2 big goals disallowed in quarter number 2, which will certainly be a part of the story either way in this quarterfinal between these 2 teams. Here's Doctor on a chart. Shot skips wide. As Fraga tried to kick it away. Steve Thompson here. Dan Ficken has had to exit the booth. We'll go solo the rest of the way with our great CCX crew. Minnetonka charges to the front. Wild shot tried by DiFrancesco. Now we have a ground ball situation, and DiFrancesco is going to come up with it on the left. He's going to try a charge from the side. Gets hammered once. Shot in on Fraga and a save. Fraga was all over it. And a good job by DiFrancesco to fight off the contact. And now the goaltender gets it back, and Fraga, and he's going to try a long clear. Ground ball, skipping toward the goaltender, Bayless. And it's picked up by Bayless. They get the outlet ahead, and here comes Minnetonka again. Hendrickson carries it ahead, gives it up. And now it's Tollefson. DiFrancesco on the left. Further outside, knocked down and grabbed by Doctor. Doctor had to wait for a hop. Now on the outside, Brunsvold hits the pipe. Grant Brunsvold hit the pipe. It got by Fraga, and it skips out of play on the far side. Minnetonka is going to hang on. Look at this shot. Skips in right off the side of the cage. And now we have a timeout, Wayzata, and they're going to talk it over here. Well, it's been all Wayzata. They were on the ropes in quarters 2 and 3 and ultimately fell behind 11-9, but they've scored 3 goals in a row. And getting Wayzata started just 23 seconds into the fourth quarter was Andrew Solly. And then Alex Solly, not once but twice since. And those goals coming 36 seconds apart. And now Wayzata leads at 12-11. The winner of this game will meet the winner of Lakeville North and Prior Lake. Game 2 coming up here in the state semifinals. The state semifinals, by the way, shift to Minnetonka on Thursday. And then the title game is played Saturday night right back here at Chanhassen. And, of course, the girls' tournament underway as well over at Minnetonka. 2 outstanding venues for this state tournament. And lacrosse continues to grow and grow, not only here in the Twin Cities area, but more and more teams coming online in outstate Minnesota. And the quality of play continues to get better and better. 5:59 to go here in the fourth. Wayzata leads at 12-11. Minnetonka will have it as they try to tie this game. And, of course, Wayzata, a bit of a surprise. Champions of Section 8 coming in unseeded. But as Dan and I talked about early, tough tournament to seed. The number 1 Benilde, the number 2 Prior Lake, the number 3 Minnetonka, the number 4 seed Egan, and the number 5 Matamidi. The unseededs, Wayzata, Lakeville North, and Centennial. And Centennial, maybe the biggest surprise entrance in this tournament as they come out of Section 7. And here's Minnetonka out of the timeout as they get set up. DiFrancesco. And they haven't let him do much here as of late. Minnetonka with it and Dahl. He gives it up here to Doctor. Grant Doctor. And Minnetonka playing on the perimeter. Dahl charges in. He's turned away. Good defense there. Otto for Wayzata. Move toward the net. And that is Grant Doctor. They get it behind. Out of the goal line, extended Traxler. Very patient right now by Minnetonka as we approach 5 to go in this fourth quarter. Overtime certainly not out of the question with Wayzata up by 1. Here's DiFrancesco getting bumped on the outside, still gets it down low. What a pass! And what a catch by McGraw on a goal. McGraw got bumped, still got it away, beat Fraga, and we're tied. And that was a tremendous 2-man game there. DiFrancesco down low, the nice catch, the step away by McGraw, and we are tied. That was pretty. 4:55 to play, and we're not at 12. And this is exactly what Dan and I talked about before the game today. This one would go right down to the end, and they have not disappointed. And the goal there for McGraw, his first of the game. And now on that all-important face-off, we still have a ground ball. Who can control? It's still in doubt. Ball still on the ground, and now we have a whistle. And we have a procedure call, and Wayzata's going to get it. That is a big break. And those face-off circles, Reed Gatenby and Chris Thomas, what a battle all day. And the face-offs are so important. And actually, they give it the procedure call. Off that goes to Minnetonka. So here come the Skippers. They have a first goal of the quarter a moment ago. We're tied. And what a pass in front, an easy goal. That was made by Tollefson as he got it to McGraw, and that was a layup for McGraw. That was pretty. What a pass. And he just slides it by Fraga, who got there too late. 2 in a row for Minnetonka. They grab the lead back, 13-12. The assist to Tollefson. And the goal to McGraw, his second in a row for Minnetonka. That comes at 4:31. And those goals come 24 seconds apart, and just like that, the Skippers on top 13-12. Still plenty of time for both teams. A&B, can he control? Still a ground ball, still loose. And Wayzata controls, picking it up for the Trojans defensively. Sheminsky. Sheminsky has it as Wayzata tries to clear. They go cross. Beautiful long pass there, and it's picked up by Alex Solly. And Solly will set up Wayzata. And now Wayzata will give it to Brooks Hansen. And Hansen will let someone come in. Braden Nelson trots in from the sideline. Trying a charge toward the front of the net is Andrew Solly, and he's turned away. 3:43 to go and counting here in the fourth. Wayzata down by 1. Here's Braden Nelson. Nelson gets bumped, falls down. We got flags all over. Minnetonka's going to go a man down here. It's a big opportunity for Wayzata to tie with 3:33 to play. They got knocked down from behind. And a great picture there from our crew. Grant Brunsvold is going to come over and take a knee. And the time of that, 3:32. And now Wayzata with a big advantage as they try and tie it up. And over on the far side for Wayzata is going to be Brooks Hansen. So Nelson pays the price. He's okay. And now it's Brooks Hansen. 1 minute.
All the way around once, rotate them once.
And here's an opportunity. Here's Seifert. Out of the middle, and Dalton Sees. Over on the right, Alex Solly down to the end line. They pass it around the perimeter, looking for an alley. Here's Sees on top. Gives it up on the right, Alex Solly. Back to Sees. They have a long stick on him, as you might expect. They go further to the left. And now it's knocked away by Minnetonka. Great defensive play by the Skippers. What a steal there by Tollefson. And now another ground ball. Can Wayzata get it back? It's still loose. And finally controlling his Seas. Double team. He has it knocked away. Picked up by Minnetonka. Now we have a whistle. And a timeout, Minnetonka, as they gain control. How about that? Great defensive play by Minnetonka. A man down. And Wayzata may regret that play. 2:50 to go, timeout, 13-12, Minnetonka. And Wayzata, of course, came out 3 in a row to start the fourth. And then Minnetonka with back-to-back goals by Max McGraw. Have the lead back at 13-12. Well, this has been a good one to start the 2018 Boys Lacrosse State Tournament here at Chanhassen. We've had cloud cover all day. I know that was not in the forecast. We're expecting some early fog and then the clouds and fog to lift. But the clouds have hung in there for the whole game. Now, they're not as thick as they were earlier. It's not as dark as it was at the beginning of this game at 11. But still heavily overcast. And I'm sure the players don't mind. And now here's a big opportunity for Minnetonka with 2:50 to go to not only work the clock and potentially extend their lead to 2. And a goal here for the Skippers could be the dagger. And now it's imperative that Wayzata get this ball back quickly, and I would expect Chad Herr and the Trojans to be very aggressive trying to get this back. And here's Minnetonka with it. And Luke Tollefson as he tries to run out of trouble in his own zone. And he's got an alley along the near sideline, takes some contact, continues. What a play by Tollefson. Tollefson works toward the front of the net, goes across. Beautiful pass and a shot. Tollefson goes down on the deck into the crease. We got a flag. And now Wayzata's going to go a man down. And coming over to the side. And I'm not sure. Coming over to take a knee is Otto. I thought it was actually Ruland that shoved the player down, but now Wayzata's a man down by one with 2:28 to go. And as they restore order here, you know Minnetonka's going to have it with 2:28 and a 1-goal lead. Wayzata once again won at 11-9 on April 21st. Minnetonka came back and won at 11-10 on May 8th during the regular season in the Lake Conference. These have been tight, very evenly matched teams. Minnetonka, the number 3 seed, Wayzata unseeded. 3rd place a year ago. Minnetonka, the champs in 09. Just their 2nd state tournament appearance. They have an opportunity to get a big 2-goal lead late. Big spot for Wayzata. Big spot for Minnetonka. They have it. Near side, McGraw. He has 2 goals in a row. They get it outside. A shot and a goal! That might do it for Minnetonka. Jacob Dahl. 3rd goal in a row for Minnetonka, and they're back up by 2. Dahl blew it by Fraga, and with 1:55 left, now Wayzata absolutely positively has to have this face-off. They've got to win the draw. 14-12 Minnetonka with 1:55 left. Thought they might work a little more clock, but when Dahl had the alley, he took advantage and beat Fraga. And now a big face-off. Thomas, can he come out of there? He bats it over to the side. He comes out of there, picks up the ground ball. Double team comes. He tries to shovel it ahead. We have another ground ball picked up by Minnetonka and Gatenby. And then he gets hammered. And Minnetonka's going to get it. And we have another timeout, Minnetonka. And Wayzata in all sorts of trouble with 1:43. Down by 2, 14-12, and now they're going to gamble. And everything was tilted in Wayzata's favor, scoring 3 goals in a row early in this quarter. And once again, recapping, Andrew Solly, 23 seconds in, gets a goal. Then Alex Solly at 8:52, and then Alex Solly at 8:16 from Dalton Seas, and Wayzata had gone on top. But give Minnetonka credit here, late in the quarter. They get 2 goals in a row from Max McGraw, 4:55 and 4:31. And then a goal, Jacob Dahl at 1:55, and they're up by 2. And out of the timeout, they'll have the ball with 1:44 to go. So they are in a good spot as they try and advance to the semifinals. And meanwhile, Wayzata head coach Chad Hurd talking to his troops. And sure saying, look, we got to get the ball back. Right now, we can't fool around because the face-offs have been no gimme. 2 very evenly matched teams. First, Wayzata, the Lake Conference champs at 7-1. Minnetonka, the champs of Section 2. And Wayzata, the champions of Section 8. Neighbors in the western suburbs putting on quite a show here today in the opener. And now can Minnetonka protect? They don't need any more goals. They just need to protect. And they get it in. Wayzata gambling, playing very physical. Here's DiFrancesco. DiFrancesco, that pretty behind the back goal in quarter number 1. He gets smoked behind the goal. Just absolutely pummeled back there by Getz and Hess. They just work him over. There may have been a missed shot to the head as he goes down. And he gets up. What a physical game. And I think Wayzata's John Hess got away with a stick to the head there. And all day our CCX crew has just been bringing you beautiful pictures of the state quarterfinal. And now we have a little sun. Right now the sun's shining on Minnetonka. Wide open net. Fraga comes out of there trying to help defensively. Big collisions. Hanging on to it there is Brunsvold. Brunsvold been big for Minnetonka. We're coming up on a minute to go. Brunsvold to the front. Wide open net. Shot blocked. It's kicked out of there, and now we have a flag. Brunsvold got absolutely hammered. He pops up. And now Minnetonka's going to go a man up. Brunsvold, the shot, and then the stick from behind. As he kind of got high-low there. He goes down and covers up. And this has been a very physical game, as you might expect in the state tournament. 1:03 to go. And a penalty on Wayzata. And DeFrancesco's going to have it on the near side. Right along the goal line, extended. And now we got a timeout, Wayzata, as they talk about strategy. And the only strategy can be we have to get the ball back at all costs right now. They need to get the ball back. They need to go down the field, score quickly, and then hope that Chris Thomas can win a face-off. If they have any shot with 1:02, it's doable. And right now, Minnetonka trying to play keep away and figures to take punishment like you saw a moment ago from Brunsvold and earlier from DeFrancesco. Both guys just got hammered and are the leading goal scorers for Minnetonka this season. But Minnetonka really showed that they were in it to win it in quarter number 2. Well, they outscored and really dominated Wayzata 4-2 in that second quarter. They had 2 goals disallowed, one by DeFrancesco and one by Brunsvold. And as Dan Ficken, our analyst, pointed out, they were good goals. Now in real time, and there's no replay and no replay mechanism, but the replay showed that they were good goals. And that's where Minnetonka really took a hold of the game. And you think they could have said, woe is me at that point in time, having 2 goals waved off. But they used it as a motivator and have just been a little bit better than Wayzata ever since that second quarter. And now out of the timeout that Chad Herr called, Wayzata trots onto the field, trying to get that ball back in any way, shape, or form. And Minnetonka knows the deal. Just keep it away and be willing to take some punishment. Once again, DeFrancesco will have the ball right on the goal line, extended on the near side. And you assume he'd flip it behind the net here. He's just going to trot behind the net and try and draw the defenders down, knowing he's going to take some shots. Luke Getz delivering some punishment. DeFrancesco, double team comes, gives it up to Brunsvold. 45 to go. And Wayzata in a tough spot. Brunsvold getting shoved back there by Rulin. All legal. Shoved again. Brunsvold way down behind the net. Takes another shot. Doesn't like that one in the back. And now it's stolen away by Wayzata, and we've got a penalty. We got a foul. And then we got another shot by Rulin. And what you might see in other sports is generally legal in lacrosse. And he got, right now, Max Rulin for Wayzata and Grant Brunsvold exchanging pleasantries. With 23 to go, and Minnetonka in really good shape as they try and salt this one away. Wayzata 3 goals to grab the lead to start the quarter. Minnetonka gets 3 back. And now they're well on their way to the semifinals. 23 ticks to go as they try and play keep away. And it's who's willing to take the punishment right now for Minnetonka. Traxler behind the net. This is going to be it. Wayzata just has no answer. They got a couple of men down. DiFrancesco gives it up. Now it's Traxler. We're under 5. And for the second time in 3 tries, Minnetonka defeats Wayzata. And of course, this comes in the state quarterfinals. Minnetonka knocks off Wayzata 14-12. And there's a distraught Dalton Seas next to his net. And of course, Seas, one of the leading goal scorers in the state, had a couple of big goals in quarter number 2, being consoled by his teammates. And there we see victorious Minnetonka. They fell behind 4-2 early. But once again, came back and outscored Wayzata 4-2 in the second, had 2 goals disallowed. Went on to outscore Wayzata 5-3 in the third, and then 3-3 here in the fourth. And Minnetonka wins it by 2, 14-12. And of course, big thanks to Dan Ficken, our color commentator on boys and girls lacrosse all season. I'm Steve Thompson. Been a lot of fun this season. And of course, our great CCX crew. What great pictures and replays of our game today. Couldn't do it without them. It's been a lot of fun. Once again, state quarterfinals today in Chanhassen. Minnetonka beats Wayzata in the quarterfinals 14-12. Have a good day.